So hi friends, welcome to TP Chennai. In this video we will see some of the good questions of ratio and proportion chapter. So we will see one by one. First one, a student obtained equal marks in history and sociology. The ratio of marks in sociology and geography is 2:3 and the ratio of marks in history and philosophy is 1:2. He has scored an aggregate of 55% marks. The maximum marks in each subject is same. In how many subjects did he score equal to or greater than 60% marks? Right? So what they have mentioned here, a student obtained equal marks in history and sociology. So first thing is nothing but history by sociology is nothing but equal. So 1 by 1. Right? Second, the ratio of marks in sociology and geography. Sociology and geography is nothing but what is the ratio? 2 by 3. And the ratio of marks in history and philosophy. History and philosophy is nothing but what they have given you? 1 by 2. Right? So history is 1, history 1, sociology is 1, sociology is 2. So make it same. Multiply this one by 2. Right? So multiply this one also by 2. Now I am writing history, sociology, geography, and then you are having philosophy. Right? History is 2, sociology is 2, geography is 3, and philosophy is nothing but 4. Right? Then they mentioned that he has scored an aggregate of 55% marks. That means how to calculate percentage? Number of marks divided by number of subjects. Right? So number of marks is 2 plus 2, 4 plus 3, 7 plus 4, 11. 11 by 4 part is nothing but 55. So one part is nothing but how much mark? One part is 20. So this is nothing but history you is having 40. This is 40. Geography is 60 and philosophy is nothing but 80. Now what they are asking? In how many subjects did he score equal to or greater than 60% marks? How many subjects is there equal to or greater than? 2 subjects. So my answer is nothing but second option. Clear? So now we'll see question number 2. A and B are 2 alloys of copper and tin prepared by mixing the respective metals in the ratio of 5:3 and 5:11 respectively. If the alloys A and B are mixed to form a third alloy C with an equal proportion of copper and tin, what is the ratio of alloy A and B in the new alloy C? This is a question of allegation. So you have 2 alloys A and B, copper and tin ratio. Copper and tin ratio. In the first alloy A is 5:3. Here in second alloy it is nothing but 5:11. So usually whenever you need to solve this type of questions in allegation, you need to consider only one metal. I am considering here copper. Copper here is how much? 5 by 8. Here it is how much? 5 by 16. And ratio, while we are mixing this A and B into third alloy C, ratio should be same. That means 1:1. So total is 1 by 2. Copper part in that is 1 by 2. Now 8, 2 and 16. What is the LCM? 16 is the LCM. So this is 10, this is 5, this is 8. So what is the ratio? 3:2. So my answer is 3:2, which is nothing but second option. Clear? So now we'll see question number 3. 10 years ago the age of Karishma was 1/3 of the age of Babita. 14 years hence the ratio of the ages of Karishma and Babita will be 5:9. Find the ratio of their present age. So who are all there? Karishma and Babita. Karishma was 1/3 of age of Babita. So if Babita is 3, Karishma will be 1 when 10 years ago. After 14 years, the ratio of ages of Karishma and Babita will be 5:9. Now, how much gap is there? 10 years ago and 14 years hence. Gap is 24 years. So this is 24. This is 24. Do cross multiplication method. 15 minus 9 is 6. Part is 4 into 24. So 6 fours are, so one part is nothing but 16. So this part will be 16 and this part is nothing but 48. But these ratios are when? 10 years ago. So what about present? This is 26, 16 plus 10, 26, and this is 48 plus 10, 58. Ratio they are asking. So 26 is to 58, 2 13s are, 2 29s are. What is the ratio? 13 is to 29, which is nothing but first option. Clear? So now we'll see question number 4. The ratio of copper and nickel by weight in the two alloys X and Y are 2 is to 7 and 5 is to 4. How many kilogram of alloy X and Y are required to make 42 kg of new alloy Z in which the ratio of copper and nickel is same? Right? This is also elevation. So copper and nickel. So X and Y, two alloys are there in that ratio of copper and nickel. Here also copper and nickel. First alloy it is 2 is to 7 and this is nothing but 5 is to 4. So here this is 2, I am considering copper again, and here it is copper 5 by 9. Ratio of copper and nickel should be same. So copper part is 1 by 2. So again 2, 9 and 9, what is the LCM? 18. So this is nothing but how much? This multiply this one by 18, this is 4. This is how much? 10. This is how much? 9. So ratio will be 1 is to 5. Now they are saying that how many kilogram of alloy X and Y are required to make 42 kg of new alloy? What is total after mixing into new alloy? 6 part. 6 part is 42. So 1 part is 7. So 1 part is 7 kg. And this part is 5 kg. 7 parts are 35. What is my answer? 7 kg and 35 kg, which is nothing but third option. Third option is the correct answer. Clear? So now we see question number 5. A vessel of 125 liters capacity is full of pure milk. On the first day, 2 by 5th of milk is drawn and filled with water. On the second day, 2 by 5th of mixture is drawn and filled with water. And again the same thing is done on the third day. Find the quantity of milk at the end. This is coming at a removal and replacement case. You are removing something, then you are adding something. So whenever removal and replacement cases are there, capacity won't change. Capacity is how much here? 125 liter. In that 125 liter, on the first day 2 by 5th of milk is drawn. So remaining is how much? 3 by 5 and filled with water. So capacity will not change. Again on the second day 2 by 5th of mixture is drawn. So that means mixture will not change. So remaining is 3 by 5 and again you are adding something, and again on third day same 2 by 5th is drawn. So remaining is 3 by 5. So 5 cube is 125. So 3 3s are 9, 3s are 27. The 27 liter is nothing but the remaining quantity of milk which is there at the end. So my answer is nothing but second option. Clear? Question number 6. Two vessels of equal capacity contain milk and water in the ratio of 2 is to 3 and 3 is to 5. If these are blended, find the ratio of milk and water in the resulting mixture. What is the meaning of blending? Blending is nothing but mixing, right? So what they have given here? Equal capacity contain milk and water. Initial, in the first case it is first vessel it is 2 is to 3. Second case it is nothing but 3 is to 5. Now capacity should be same. What is capacity in the first vessel? 5. Here 8. But capacity should be same. How to make it same? What is the LCM of 5 and 8? 40. That means here we have to multiply by 8. Here we have to multiply by 5. If you are multiplying this one by 8 here also we have to multiply 8. Here also we have to multiply by 8. Here we have to multiply by 5. Here we have to multiply by 5. So this will be how much? 16 is to 24 and this will be how much? 15 is to 25. Milk will be added with milk, so this is 31. Water will be added with water, this is nothing but 49. So what is my answer? 31 is to 49, which is nothing but second option. Clear? So now we'll see question number 7. The income of A and B are in the ratio of 3:5 and their expenses are in the ratio of 1:2. If each of them save rupees 1500, find the income of B. This is coming under income and expenditure question. Very important question here also. So A, B, this is income, this is expenditure, and this I am writing saving. You know very well income minus expenditure is nothing but saving. Income what they have given you? 3:5. Expenditure what they have given you? 1:2. And each of them saves how much? 1500 and 1500. So while seeing this system, we can follow cross multiplication method. 6, 3 into 2 is 6, 1 into 5 is 5, 6 minus 5 is 1. One part is nothing but how much? 1 into 1500, because 1500 is common, so directly take the difference of 2 minus 1. So one part is how much? 1500. So this part is how much? 4500. And this part is how much? 7500. Income of A is 4500, income of B is 7500. Now what they are asking? Income of B, which is nothing but 7500, which is second option. Clear? So in this video we have seen 7 good questions of ratio and proportion. Please do comment about this video in the comment section and do share this video among your friends in Telegram, Instagram, Facebook and WhatsApp. So please do subscribe TP Chennai YouTube channel for further updates and videos. Prepare well. All the best. Thanks a lot.